In plants, similar cells working together form a tissue. When different types of tissues work together to perform a unique function, they form an organ. Organs working together form organ systems. Vascular plants have two distinct organ systems, a shoot system and a root system. The shoot system generally grows above ground, where it absorbs the light needed for photosynthesis. The root system, which supports the plants and absorbs water and minerals, is usually underground.
The shoot system, stems, grows above the ground, and the main function is to provide support to the plants, flowers, buds, leaves, and fruits. It also transports absorbed water, sugar, and minerals to different parts of the plants. Parts of the stem, the apical bud. Terminal buds are always in a state of division, thus contributing directly to the growth of the plant. Nodes. Nodes are points of attachments for leaves, flowers, and aerial roots. Lateral buds and leaves grow out of the stems at intervals. Internodes. Internodes are the stem region between the nodes. Petiole connects the leaf from the nodes.
In the internal structure of the stem, there are four types of tissues present: dermal tissue, ground tissue, vascular tissue, and the meristematic tissue. Dermal tissue protects and covers the plant. Under of this is the epidermis, a single layer of cells found in plant dermal tissue. It covers and protects the underlying tissue. Ground tissue serves as a site for photosynthesis. It provides a supporting matrix for the vascular tissue and helps to store water and sugar. Under of this is the cortex and pith. Cortex is a ground tissue found between the vascular tissue and the epidermis in a stem or root. Surrounding the vascular bundles is a layer that varies in thickness in different species. Pith. Ground tissue found towards the interior of the vascular tissue in a stem or root. The vascular bundles, the xylem and phloem, are arranged in a circle around a central core of spongy ground tissue. Vascular tissue. It transports waters, minerals, and sugars to different parts of the plant. Under of this is the xylem and phloem. Xylem transports water and nutrients from the plant-soil interface to stems and leaves and provides mechanical supports and storage. Phloem transports carbon from the leaves to basal parts of the plant. The meristematic tissue are cells that are either undifferentiated or completely differentiated. They continue to divide and contribute to the growth of the plant. Vascular cambium, a layer of actively dividing cells between xylem and phloem tissues that is responsible for the secondary growth of stems and roots.
The stem and other plants arise from the ground tissue and are primarily made of simple tissues formed from three types of cells, which is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So, parenchyma consists of unspecialized cells with thin cell walls. Cells of this tissue are living. These cells are loosely packed, which form large spaces between cells called internuclear spaces, and provide support and also stores food. Second is collenchyma. Cells are living, elongated, and irregularly thickened at corners. Internuclear spaces are present. Tissues are present below. Epidermis in leaves, stalks provides mechanical support, flexibility in plants without breaking. So, third is sclerenchyma. Cells in this tissue are dead, hence plants are stiff and hard. Long, narrow, and thickened walls due to the presence of lignin. Important in the formation of cell walls, especially in wood and bark, because they lend rigidity and do not rot easily. The tissue is present in stems, veins of leaves, covering of seeds, and around vascular bundles.
Stem transport. Xylem transports food and water in one-way direction from roots of the leaves. Have a very thick walls and lignified. Gives strength to the xylem. Outer cells are not living. No end walls between cells. Phloem transports food and water in two-way direction. Has end walls. Plate that separates the cells and have holes. Have living cells.
Roots. The roots of seed plants have three major functions: anchoring the plant to soil, absorbing water and minerals, and transporting them upwards, and storing the products of photosynthesis. Root systems are mainly of two types. A taproot system has a main root that grows down vertically, and from which many small lateral roots arise. A fibrous root system is located closer to the soil surface and forms a dense network of roots that also help prevent soil erosion.
Root structure. Root cap. Tip of the root protected. The root cap is continuously replaced because it gets damaged easily as the root pushes through soil. Area of cell division. It is made up of the actively dividing cells of the root meristem. Area of elongation. Newly formed cells increase in length, terribly lengthening the root. Area of maturation. Cells begin to differentiate into special cell types, beginning of the first root hair.
Good day everyone. So I will be discussing the root anatomy. Dermal tissue. Dermal tissue covers and serves as a protection of the plant. Epidermis. Epidermis is the root that has an outer layer of cells. This also provides protection and absorption. Root hairs. Root hairs serves as an extension of root epidermal cells, which increases the surface area of the root and greatly contributing to the absorption of water and minerals. Ground tissues. Ground tissues serves as a site for photosynthesis, or rather the growth of plants. This also provides a supporting matrix of the vascular tissue, and also this helps store water and sugars. Cortex. Cortex is located between the epidermis and the vascular tissue. Pit. Pit lies between the vascular tissue and the center of the root. Endodermis. Endodermis is a layer of cells known as that separates the steel from the ground tissue in the outer portion. This also serves as a checkpoint for materials entering the root's vascular system. Vascular tissue. Vascular tissue transports water, minerals, and sugars which are distributed in the different parts of the plant. Steel. Steel is arranged in the inner portion of the root. Casparian strip. Casparian strip forces water and solutes to cross the plasma membranes of endodermal cells instead of slipping between the cells, which this ensures the only materials required by the root passes through the endodermis, while toxic substances and pathogens are generally excluded. Pericycle. Pericycle is the outermost cell layer of the root's vascular tissue, and this is the area that can give rise to lateral roots.